we need to have programs in schools that address teenage depression and identify kids who are flying under the radar and not recognized by people, their peers or the adults around them, and get them connected to services. So we have a program like that called Linkages. And that program has a lot of support from the Margaret Clark Morgan Foundation. And what it does is we go in and we provide education to students. But we do it in a unique way in Youngstown, where we provide a buffet of different products to schools, and we tailor it to each of the individual schools that we work with. So we may educate them with the Red Flags program or with the Signs of Suicide program. We may even educate them with a game that we developed called the 1, 2, 3 down game. Because what we found is, in order to engage these students in such a way that they retain the information and use the information, they have to be interested in hearing what we're telling them. And while the programs that we use are very good programs, we try to present it in a way that is very engaging to students, and we know that once we have them engaged, we get their parents engaged. And that's important when we want to take the next step and actually screen those students to try to identify who they are. Who are those kids that are flying under the radar that might not be going noticed? So we always make sure that we educate the students before we screen them. And we screen them using primarily the Teen Screen tool, also the Signs of Suicide. Once we screen them, every student we meet with gets either a debriefing or a clinical interview. They get a one-on-one, face-to-face contact with the person who screened them. And what we're doing there is trying to confirm whether or not these kids truly are what we would consider a true positive. Do they really have indicators that would suggest a more detailed assessment needed? If that's the case, what we do with those kids is we contact their parents, get them connected with service, and follow up several times to make sure they're connected. Strong case management function to that. In terms of school, family, community partnerships, we also have another very good program in Youngstown called Classroom Connections. It is a school-based behavioral consultation intervention program. There, we are providing consultation to teachers and students in order to address barriers to learning. There are a lot of them, you guys know that. And our referrals typically come through the multidisciplinary student assistance teams. We get those referrals, and we do functional behavioral assessments, develop behavioral intervention plans, and go to work in terms of helping those kids address those barriers to learning so that they can learn better. We do have very good outcomes with that. I'm proud to say we were nominated for and approved to be on the Effective Practices Registry that Dr. Hussey referred to. And 6 of the 9 schools that we worked with last year reported a decrease in disciplinary referrals. 8 of the 9 schools also showed improvement in behavioral rating scales.